Hello everybody, it's Mr Veale here again. I'm the head teacher of Atwood Primary Academy, situated in Sanderstead in South Croydon. And yesterday, if you tuned into the video yesterday, I said that I'd do something a little bit more for our Atwood children. And so in this episode of the head teacher lockdown vlogs, we're going to be looking at the word of the week. We're going to be having a look at this week in history. And like I promised yesterday, we're going to start off by sharing Oi Frog by Kes Gray and Jim Field. So here we go, one of my favourites that we share at home. If you can see here, we have lots of pictures of frog. This is my favourite one here. I don't know whether you can quite see that, what he's sitting on, but we'll find out a little bit more. Now, Oi, frog, sit on a log, said the cat. But I don't want to sit on a log, said the frog. Logs are all knobbly and uncomfortable. And they give you splinters in your bottom. I don't care, said the cat. You're a frog, so you must sit on a log. Can't I sit on a mat? Asked the frog. No, only cats sit on mats, said the cat. What about a chair? Said the frog. I wouldn't mind sitting on a chair. No, hares sit on chairs, said the cat. Perhaps I could sit on a stool. Mules sit on stools, said the cat. What about a sofa? Said the frog. I could stretch right out on a sofa. Gophers sit on sofas, said the cat. It's very simple, really. Cats sit on mats, hares sit on chairs, mules sit on stools, gophers sit on sofas, and frogs sit on logs. What do lions sit on? Asked the frog. Lions sit on irons, said the cat. Ouch, said the frog. What do parrots sit on? Parrots sit on carrots, said the cat. Lions sit on irons, and parrots sit on carrots. Doesn't sound very comfortable, said the frog. It's not about being comfortable, said the cat. It's about doing the right thing. What do foxes sit on? Asked the frog. Foxes sit on boxes, said the cat. Foxes on boxes and fleas sit on peas. What do goats sit on? Asked the frog. Goats sit on coats, said the cat. Goats sit on coats, cows sit on ploughs, and storks sit on forks. What do gorillas sit on? Asked the frog. Gorillas sit on pillars, said the cat. Gorillas sit on pillars. Rats sit on hats, weasels sit on easels, and moles sit on poles. What do seals sit on? Asked the frog. Don't you know anything? Said the cat. Seals sit on wheels, doves sit on gloves, newts sit on flutes, lizards sit on wizards, and apes sit on grapes. What about puffins? Asked the frog. Puffins sit on muffins, said the cat. Puffins sit on muffins, snakes sit on cakes, owls sit on towels, gibbons sit on ribbons, lambs sit on jams, bees sit on keys, and pumas sit on satsumas. Well, I never knew that, said the frog. Well, you do now, said the cat. Well, what do dogs sit on? Asked the frog. I was hoping you weren't really going to ask that, said the cat. Help! That was a good one. And that was Oi Frog by Kes Gray and Jim Field. Now, in the week, in fact yesterday, the postman delivered 3 lots of Wheat Junior, and I'm going to have a look at this week in history. So if I hold it up to the camera, hopefully you can see this gentleman here. And back in 1954, in fact on the 6th of May 1954, Roger Bannister was the first man to run a 4-minute mile. So Roger Bannister became the first person officially to run a mile, which is 1,609 metres if we're dealing in metric, in less than 4 minutes. Bannister was a student at London in the time, and he set this record on a track in Oxford. And it says in the Week Junior, despite damp and windy conditions, he completed the mile in 3 minutes 59.4 seconds, so just marginally, fractionally under the 4 minutes. Bannister was behind the pace with a lap to go, but he sped up towards the end. And at the time he said, I felt that at this moment it was really my chance to do one thing supremely well. So that's Roger Bannister, this week in history. Now, I know we talked about word of the week, and currently it's quite an apt one because we're in so-called lockdown, but there is an older word for this state of lockdown where we don't quite have the same freedoms as we would normally have to visit family, friends, and go to the shops without all the social distancing. And that word is called quarantine. So if you're in quarantine, it means pretty much similar things to what we're experiencing now. And it actually comes from an Italian word called quaranta, which means 40. So let's find out. Word of the week. We're hearing a lot about quarantine at the moment, which is a period of isolation designed to stop the spread of an infectious disease. And like I said, it comes from the Italian word quaranta, which is the word for 40. And if you look into quaranta, you'll see other stems there like a quarter, won't you? Quattro, all those words meaning 4. But this one's quaranta meaning 40, and it's because in the 14th century, the Italian port of Venice required ships from countries struck down by the plague to lie at anchor for a minimum of 40 days before they are allowed to dock. So that was a safety measure so that any sailors that came from somewhere where they had the plague, they couldn't just get off and then roam, I want to say the streets of Venice, but let's say roam the canals of Venice, spreading the plague around. So 40 days probably would have allowed the plague to either to leave the ship, or they would definitely know it would be safe to come aboard. So that's all we've really got time for today. Join me next week. I'm hoping to upload 2 more vlogs next week. In the meantime, please do head over to the Atwood Primary Academy website, and if you go on Lion Radio, you can tune into some of my podcasts. That would be great as well. So stay safe and stay bright, like I normally say, and I will catch you very soon. Take care.